there we go. There we go, he's looking better already. So, yeah, I think it was £38 or something like that to get imported, which is a pretty good price, so, yeah. That's that one. This one's very light, although very large. Oh. This size of box, this size of product. Yeah, they could have just sent it in a packet. This was on HMV's seal list for 99p, and all it is some micro USB cable. Yeah. Now, why did I buy a micro USB cable? Well, basically I wanted a vinyl record from HMV, but it was $19.99, which is a penny off free delivery. Now, I could have it sent to a store and pick it up from there, which, you know, I could do. Although this was on their sealed bin for 99p, and I thought I'll just pay 99p and just get the free delivery, because otherwise I think the delivery is, I think it's $2.95 or $3.95, one of the two. I think it might have gone up because prices for everything have gone up, but yeah, I don't know how useful it'll be, but you know, at least, you know, micro USB cable, you know, it's more useful than nothing. Normally I would get a vinyl record sleeve, however, they don't sell the individual ones on the website anymore. They only sell them in packs. But yeah, they didn't need to send that out separately, but they did. I've got one last packet here. Okay. So this, I think, was £3 or £4 from Amazon, used. But this is Kylie, Golden Live Concert. So yeah, I got this to mainly rip it for the CD, but I'll rip it for the DVD. Ooh, one of the CDs has popped out. So yeah, there's the two CDs and the DVD. This meant to have a booklet. Yeah, it has a booklet in there. I don't know how I'm going to get it out, because it's... Come on. Yeah, it does have a booklet. There we go. Ooh. So, will it focus on the booklet? Maybe. There we go. So, yeah. Quite a good price for this. And there is quite a lot of tracks on here. But yeah, for £4. £4 for that, yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. Much better than paying, you know, I think to buy brand new it's like, well, it was £15 at one point. I think it's a lot cheaper now. But I remember seeing some place it was like £15. I was like, no. £4 though, like £4 pretty much the maximum I'd pay for this, especially used. It does have a little rip there at the corner, but other than that it's in decent nick, so overall yeah happy to have that. So yeah, I got some, I think that's the rest of stuff in there is just rubbish. Yeah, in fact I'll put the rest of the rubbish in there. So overall, yeah, I got a good price on things. I'm going to charge this battery on this camera, but yeah, there we go. Now, something I'd just like to point out with this pretty quickly is, and you probably have seen it in the booklet, but this set does not include the Batman vs. Dracula direct-to-video film. So, yeah, which is not on here, which is a bit annoying, calling it the complete series and not include, for example, the complete animated series collection, including Mask of the Phantasm. It also included, I think it definitely included Mask of the Phantasm, and I think Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, I think, was also on there. But yeah, this just doesn't have it on there. I think it's available on Blu-ray separately. I'm gonna have to check into that, but yeah, it's annoying that it's not on here. And so a bit disappointing there. So yeah. Okay, so it's the 22nd of April today. Our record here, and hopefully this should be the one from HMV. Come on. I've had such a hard time getting. Come on. They put tape over the pull tab. Why, out of all the places to put the tape, why put it over the pull tab? It makes it 10 times harder to get it out. I literally cut the tape at the ends. So it's got a bit damaged here at the corner. It's gotten a bit... That's annoying. And this is the last one HMV has. Yeah, I'm going to contact them about that because it's a bit of damage there at that corner and that corner. And the only thing is they'll offer me a refund, but I'll have to take it back. It's fucking annoying because you can't get this now because it's out of print. I'm not going to open that for now. I'm going to have a think about that. Alright, so it's the 23rd of April, record score day. I've been out today, but I've got in contact with HMV about this, and basically the only thing they said is you can return it and we'll give you the money back, but they've got no more in stock and since it's limited edition they're not going to be getting any more in stock. In fact, this was the last one they had in stock on their website, so reluctantly I am going to keep it. I might see if I can buff out the damage, but it's there, which is probably difficult to see on camera. But yeah, it does appear there's a slight tear in it. Let's try and get this cellophane off. Which is a shame because, you know, all I wanted was a one without wasn't damaged. In fact, the damage got 2 bits there. Come on. I just cut my finger. I just gave myself a paper cut or cardboard cut or whatever cut you want to call it. I just gave myself one of them. That was fun. It's not bleeding, thankfully. I hope it'll stay like that, but yeah, there's a bit. I don't know if this is going to focus, but there we go. It's a bit of damage in there, and I guarantee most people would not care, but I'm a collector, and the one thing about collectors is we like things to be basically in immaculate condition, and that has not opened all the way at the top. There we go. At least the records themselves look alright, hopefully. And they're actually anti-static bags as well, which is nice. Or sleeves, I should say, but yeah, there we go. It looks, I think just because of the label it makes it look a lot more vintage, I guess, just the styling of the label. But yeah, this is a compilation, obviously, of a bunch of songs there from the 90s. Some I own, some I don't, and some of them, I think most of these you can buy separately, although some I think are out of print. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, I just keep checking my finger just to see if it is gonna bleed. Hopefully it will not, but yeah, this record came out last year and was limited edition and is out of print, and some of the other compilations I've shown off were also starting to go out of print as well. Yeah, but this is all the songs and acts listed on the back, and even though it was record store day, I did pick up a record here that is not a Record Store Day exclusive, though is limited edition, and is coming away at the corner. Unfortunately, at least the cellophane is, I think. Yeah, the record itself is alright. I've got to be, I think, if not one of the only people I know to have this, to actually want this. This is the Willy's Wonderland soundtrack on vinyl. Now, not a very good film. In fact, one of the most boring films I've ever sat through. To be honest, it is a slogfest. But Nicolas Cage is the one thing that keeps you going through it. Like when I say he's the one saving grace, I mean literally. But yeah, the soundtrack though, soundtrack's got some good songs. It's got some decent tunes on it. So yeah, there's also quite a lot as well because the soundtrack it's got. It's in a different order than what I thought. But yeah, it's got 30 tracks on here. 30 tracks. I do also like the artwork on the front. This is the same artwork that was used on the US DVD and Blu-ray. The UK one was different, but yeah, here's the inner sleeve. And just paper sleeve. And here's the record itself, which is orange. Which goes fit it. Okay, Willy is on side B. Interesting. It's also got one of them kind of very subtle. This is very, very subtle, like swirly sort of patterns to it. It's very, very subtle, and you can only really see it when you put it up to the light. Generally, yeah. I've noticed they've done that a lot, where they're just doing very, very subtle. Because it used to be with splatter vinyl, you know, they use very contrasting colours and make it pretty obvious, whereas now they just seem to be doing it more and more subtly. Yeah, which is a shame because I do like it to be, you know, more easily visible. But seeing that, it is still pretty nice, and yeah, I'd rather have, you know, coloured vinyl than clear vinyl. I'm sick of clear vinyl. I'd rather have, you know, multiple colours. So yeah, but happy with that. Okay, so it's the 27th of April day. Got a packet here from, well, guess where. And this, I think, was $5.99. I brought the scissors this time. Yeah, I know, I actually remembered. It is a miracle. It is amazing. This is the best thing ever in the world. So this is an album I've only ever heard a couple of songs from, but since I saw it at $5.99, I think it was, or maybe even $4.99, I thought, I'll get the cassette of this, or one of the cassettes. So this is Gary Barlow, Music Played by Humans. This is one of the cassettes. There's 3 different ones, and the seller did have one of the other versions as well, though I preferred this one. And yeah, not really much to see on that. But the few songs I listened to, it sounds alright. Yeah, this one's also, it mustn't be that long of an album. Yeah, it's got a sort of glittery redness to it. Yeah. And this one I don't know whether this one would be allowed in US prisons. I don't know. And the reason I say that, go watch the technical video on that. I don't know, because it is a welded one and it is pretty much clear. So I don't know. In the UK it would be allowed, no problem, but yeah, anyway. Wow, it's got quite a fold out booklet. There's quite a lot of booklet there, and on the other side, oh, it does appear we've got track lyrics on the other side. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. So yeah, there we go. I haven't listened to any of Gary Barlow's solo albums, so this will be the first time I've ever listened to it. Obviously, growing up, I was a big fan of Robbie Williams, and I did like Take That as well. So we'll see how this is. Now today I went into HMV, and they seem to have a load of Blu-rays on sale. They just seem to be a random selection. But I spotted this Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, $1.99. And you can see on the back here, there's a sticker that has been torn off, because I think this was previously $6.99 by the looks of it. It looks like a 6. So I'm guessing it was $6.99 beforehand. But yeah, £2, £2 for a Blu-ray brand new. You know, there's pretty damn good price. Pretty damn good price for a brand new Blu-ray. So yeah, I do really like this film. Haven't seen it in a long time. I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix UK or not. It has an awful sequel. The sequel is absolutely terrible. I remember we rented the sequel when it came out, but yeah. There's the disc itself, and you can see behind there, that's also, is that in colour? No, what? I have to pull this out to show it. I thought this was like a poster on the other side, but for some reason it is kind of like a poster, but they've all coloured it blue. I thought it was just the case, but no, it is actually blue. Yeah. I don't know why they've done that. Boggles the mind. Boggles the mind on why on earth did they do that. Who knows, who knows. Come on, put it back in, line it all up. Lining these up is a bit of a nightmare, because you poke one bit one way and the other bit pokes out of place at the other bit. So yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, so look forward to watching that. So yeah, I remember this also got a lot of advertising. I remember there was a chippy. There was a few chippies around that were having this as like their kids' meals, which is weird to think. You don't generally think of tie-ins with chip shops. Generally, you think of it with like a tie-in with McDonald's or even Burger King. But yeah, chippies, because like yeah, this was a tie-in with a lot of chip shops. So yeah, and then something else that I already own. In fact, several copies of the Sonic movie. And this has just gone standard DVD, and this was only £3 with any purchase of $5.99 each. Now, why did I buy this? And the reason is, for those who've been watching the channel for a while, you might remember I got the Asda exclusive version of this DVD, and the only reason is because I got basically the DVD. I wanted the free comic, basically the Adventures of Donut Lord and Sonic comic, which in the UK was only available with the Asda exclusive DVD. Yet in the US, all of the first pressings of the standard Blu-ray, standard 4K, and Steelbook, all of them had the comic. Yet in the UK, the only way to get it was through Asda. And also, it wasn't a nicer quality, it was just printed on paper, whereas the US one was on laminated card. So that's why I got that. Now, I bought that from Asda, and basically, my sister wanted it on DVD for herself, even though I had the 4K Blu-ray, and you know, she could just borrow it if she wanted to, or I could give her a copy of the rip. She wanted it on DVD. For whatever reason, so for her birthday, I bought the DVD. I bought her the DVD, and I kept on the condition that I would keep the comic and the slip card. And basically I've been looking at that slipcover for a while, and I thought it would be nice to put a DVD in it. So I thought, and when I saw this on sale, I thought, yeah, let's buy this on DVD and just put that in there alongside it. And what I'm going to do, there we go, peel off the HMV sticker, so that's how, you know, more like it would have looked, and just slip that in there with the comic, because the comic, if I remember rightly, I'll have to check my old unboxing of this, the comic was not in the box itself, it was just in the slipcase. So yeah, no mention on anything with the new version. Today actually, I checked the other day for the Sonic 2 Steelbook, and actually the artwork is finally being revealed, which, at least for the UK version, appears to be the one that harkens back to the original box art of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 poster, that poster of Robotnik grabbing the number 2 and Sonic and Tails in the foreground, with Robotnik in the background grabbing the 2. I do really like that poster, and I'm glad they're using it on the Steelbook. So yeah, I don't know if the US one will be the same or not. Yeah, in fact, no real mentions of the US one, because it didn't come out in the US for another week, so you have to wait a bit longer for that. So there we go. Another thing I'm going to mention is those Five Nights at Freddy's figures, the latest wave at the time of recording, which has the AR versions, or the VR, AR, animatronics. Now, initially I said that the Shamrock Freddy and the other version of Toy Freddy were not coming to the UK, which is something Funko said, because I actually sent them a message and asked Funko UK, are these coming to the UK? And they went no, which was unsurprising. However, I then started spotting them in shops, and I thought, ooh, that's a bit odd, but it was only the odd 2 couple, and I thought, well, maybe they just slipped through the cracks. And then eventually they started coming on UK websites, like I think they're on the Smiths UK website. So yeah, they have actually had an official release in the UK. So yeah, that's weird. They're the first and they say exclusive. They still have the exclusive sticker on, even though they're available like literally at every retail shop that sells FNAF figures. They also sell them, so they're exclusive to nowhere in the UK. Yeah, they're exclusive to absolutely 0 places in the UK. They're just there with all the other releases. So yeah, that's a bit odd. In the US, they're obviously exclusive to Walmart. So yeah, just a few things put in there that I say. So yeah, there we go, people. There we go.